Hello, everybody. So happy to be with you today. Here to talk about 5D sales that rock today. Always awaken sales, always the theme on Facebook Lives. And so we'll get off, as usual, we're going to start off today. I'm going to get into some things around how to get past this whole hating, sales and this idea of 3D sales and start enjoying 5D sales, really just looking at things from a new perspective and allowing yourself to experience and to lean into this big impact you have here to bring to people, and where maybe you're leaving the transformation on the table still, where it could be bringing more impact into the world and to people that you're here to serve. So I'm looking forward to sharing all about that with you to get started, then jumping into the group energy scanning, the individual scans for people that may be here today that want to receive those from me, and and channeled messages and channeled prayer as well. So anyway, if you're here and you can see me, feel free to say hello at any time, because sometimes I don't actually know if you're here or not. I see an eyeball finally. So grateful to see you here today. All right. So before we launch in, I do want to just let you guys know I don't share these things very often here, but that I do, and I'm going to get into it. I'll mention it again. I'm just so excited. I have to share this right off the bat. I do have my first ever free, it's totally free masterclass. And I'm going to be talking about how to use these energy scans that you guys see me use on here to bring more impact into people's lives, to attract, serve, and to enroll, new clients, especially higher end clients, people that really appreciate your services at a whole nother level. So I'm going to be doing a masterclass around that subject. And so I'm going to go ahead, so I don't forget later when I get into the channel, is to go ahead and put that in here. Thanks, Julie. She's mentioned how she likes my shirt. Okay. So, all right. So there's a big long link in there. I'll try to shorten that later, but that will get you there at least. So if you click on that link and opt in for that free masterclass for next week on Tuesday at 9 a.m. Central, you get to gain that. I'll be doing energy scans there too, where we'll be able to talk together and be able to interact more live and chat a little bit during the masterclass. So make sure you take advantage of that. All right. So with all that being said, let's get into the live for today. So yeah, guys, I gotta credit like one of my current clients for this, saying this. Now, someone else actually came up with this term before that, and they got introduced to an interview that I did from the interviewer, and this whole idea of 5D sales. We've heard of 5D business, we've heard of 5D this or that, but personally, I never had heard someone say that term before, 5D sales. And this person, what he was saying was that this person working with me, he says, I'm working with these scripts that are very about getting, for the enrollment conversations where it's about, hey, hit that pain, and then, here's what the results are, and, all that stuff. And it's nothing, am I going to make it wrong? It's not wrong. It is actually part of what can be effective when done properly, and what can be good to be doing and helpful to people. But sometimes it feels like manipulation, and that's what people don't want in sales, right? We don't want to feel like we're manipulating people. So we want to take things to a higher level rather than, 3D manipulation or even 4D, like willpower. I'm going to just, use this push model to get people to work with me. 5D sales has to do with, and beyond, is really a state of being where at some levels, like, you're just like, well, it doesn't, part of me doesn't even care if you're going to work with me or not. But I'm totally aligned and connected with what I'm here to do and who the right people are to be working with me. And I'm utilizing my intuitive superpowers to bring me in front of the right people, sharing from my heart, sharing just really from my heart, from my deeper presence, and allowing myself to share the gifts that we all have. Not, again, you've seen me as the example all these weeks, all these lives, sharing channeled messages and energy scans. And certainly there's an element I bring to it after all these years that people tend to really enjoy. But yet anybody can do it. Anybody can do this sort of thing. And so when you start integrating energy scans into your practice, that's where you can, even if you don't do like formally get trained in like energy scanning, if you're already intuitive, you should be utilizing intuitive methods in your consultations to enroll people, because you have those abilities. You should be rolling it into all your services as well. I just talked to somebody, pretty successful person, 6 figures. She's, I actually worked with her back when she was able to make money in her business years ago. Now she's got a successful business, and she's rolling out this high level program. I mean, it's tens of thousands of dollars. And we're talking about her marketing, and I was talking about what I was up to with this energy scan training for high-end clients that I'll be doing. And when I talked to her about it, she says, "Oh yeah, that's right. I should be doing more energy scans." So guys, when we utilize energy scanning, we can get to the root of things and help people in a deeper way more quickly than a lot of other methods. So we can see what's going on in somebody's energies, in their chakras, in any aspect of their life. So whatever they're struggling with, you can literally tune into the energy matrix of it and see what's going on with it, which is a little bit different than so many other ways of doing it. But is to use these tools rather than trying to coach them through it, which sometimes works, but asking questions and listening to them. But sometimes we don't get to the core for sessions and sessions or years, right? So right in an initial enrollment call, we're offering an energy scan or energy scanning through your deep intuitive gifts that you already have coming from the 5D, just like, hey, let me get still. Let me tune in here before we go further. Like this happened one time when I got enrolled into a program with a multi-millionaire kind of entrepreneur. And he says, okay, we talked, we did all the usual analysis, and he says, let me tune in. And he wasn't doing his scan, he was just tuning in. And he's like, you kind of feel like you need to get out of the house? I said, yeah, totally. Like, I wasn't really thinking about that. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I need to get out of the house more. Great. Our program has all these live events, so this is going to be perfect for you. You need to get out more. And so it was so helpful. But even if he didn't take the time to tune in, he probably would have never mentioned that. So 5D sales helps us identify needs, desires, pains, issues on so many other levels, so many different aspects and levels and depth that otherwise we're going to miss out on. So I guess I'm just encouraging you guys to use your intuitive and psychic gifts that are natural to all of us to some degree. And if you have a feeling, intuition, especially, or you have intuitive gifts that you know of, are you really utilizing them? Are you utilizing them to help your clients and in enrollments as well, like, throughout your services with your clients? So 5D sales has to do with saying, hey, I'm coming from 5D right away by offering you an intuitive strategy session, let's say, if you called it that. It's intuitive. It's not just a discovery session. But leaning into your intuition, putting more value on what you can accomplish by just being present, just downloading the simplest things, even the things you think are no big deal, may be life-changing for others, right? You probably wouldn't be listening in today if you didn't think like, some of you want to hear the messages later, right? So it's like you wouldn't be tuning in if that wasn't valuable to you, right? You'd be somewhere else. So you're looking for those messages. And when you offer to bring this intuitive element into your work, it adds this intrigue to people. And then when you're actually with them, it's authentic. It's not like I got the script, man, boom, hit that pain, but like one of the coaches I've had says, yeah, put that dagger in the back, make them feel the pain, make them, okay, you feel that, all right, you know, like when you go to the dentist, like, hey, you feel that pain? Oh yeah, I better get that filling taken care of. You know, like that's like that is very, again, I'm not making it like all wrong, but I'm like saying like it's very 3D-ish sales or whatever you want to call it. Who wants that, right? Like, oh, you feel that? Oh my God, you know, if that's all we're doing. So let me give you the example. All right, so 3D sales will be like, oh, manipulation. Oh, you really need this filling. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. Wow. Yeah. And then like I asked my dentist one time when I had a filling, I said, well, can cavities be reversed? Oh, no, they can't be reversed. There's no way to do that. And then I find YouTube videos that tell you how to reverse cavities, right? So I didn't, my intuition told me there would be a way to do it. Then the videos showed me how, right? So I said, no, I'm not going to get them filled. Then I went back 3.5 years later to a dentist after that because I was so disgusted by dentists doing such things. And then I finally went back and like, oh yeah, your teeth are fine now, man. You've got great teeth. You know, wow, what are you doing? There was all these things I was doing that I was told to do. So by listening to our intuition, we're going to get answers too as people are looking to invest. Like I'm getting a download, like, no, this isn't right for me, but this is, right? So we want to be in a place where we can authentically listen to what really will appropriately serve our clients. Like if they had said, hey, you know, like this is what you should do, you know, they gave me the actual natural remedy rather than like want to put fillings in my mouth. Why could they not find a way to monetize that? You know, like if they wanted to, right? Like, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you come back in, you know, a few months and let's check it again. Instead, what happened is I said, well, I don't trust you. Now I'm never going to come see you again, right? Now they're never going to get my business for anything again. So it's like building relationships with people by being in this ultimate relationship we have with our guidance and our connection, and then utilizing that in coming from that place in your entire relationship, in your coaching healing relationship with your clients. You know, most of your coaches and healers both, but like, yeah, being in that entire relationship with them throughout. And we're always coming from that interconnection, that oneness place, and utilizing our deepest gifts right from the beginning, right from the enrollment process, which is where I find a lot of times people don't. And then using it, learning to use it in a way that is structured and strategic, but yet feels natural, is where the magic is. So that's why I was sharing about that masterclass that I put in the comments. So I'll be sharing more about all this stuff then. But we have a lot of hate towards 3D sales. I think sometimes it's helpful. Like, hey, you got something going on. Okay, great. Well, what's the solution? If I had a dentist that says, hey, I'm going to bring energy healing to that, and you can also do these natural treatments, so you're going to have your teeth be stronger than ever before, sign me up, right? So this is what I'm pointing into when I say so many aspects of 5D sales. Tuning into your tribe in the first place from a higher dimensional place, meeting them in the higher realms first, and then letting them come into your realm by following your intuition. I have a marketing system that I'll be sharing about through the masterclass of it. Is really like I'm just tuning in to every possible avenue to connect with people, to offer my consultations and what have you, and I'm just perfectly guided to the right people at the right time. So there is a way to do this that feels organic, that feels like it's on time. You'll still feel uncomfortable. You can't get around the discomfort entirely. You will feel some discomfort, but when you're coming from 5D sales for your marketing and in your enrollment, you know, there's a new sense of connection and joy. It becomes like a game you're playing, much more so, that feels fulfilling and energizing rather than soul-sucking, right? So are you constantly tuning in all day long where the energy wants to go next? Are you putting your intent and focus towards serving more people up front? Because I find most people don't get in front of enough people to make offers. So if you're not doing that, then you're not going to have the kind of clients that you want. So you need to make sure you're getting in front of enough people, and utilizing this can make a big difference as it relates to making a bigger impact, I mean, people get insights and break free of things like through my consultations, through free consultations. I mean, often people before they even, I mean, has been over the years, like there's definitely been many cases where people are already transformed through an enrollment conversation with me after getting an energy scan right away. And then the other thing is, if you're doing your consultations with more of this coming from the deeper intuitive place and more presence and kind of slowing down, going deeper with people, you build such a connection with them, and that's healing for you. It's healing for them. That's bringing bigger impact. And whether they work with you or not, they are shifted. They are changed already. They're already changed at some level. Now, there's a lot of selling systems out there that say, oh, you know, we're not doing any coaching, we're not doing any processes with them. You know, you find out their pain, what they want, and then you know, you just bring them, you know, manipulate them into it, or you know, use these scripts, even if they're heartfelt scripts, like use this simply a script to kind of mechanically, mostly kind of get their psychology on board to want to do it. So instead, this is more of like, we're just tuning into what's the truth. I'm bringing full love and full truth. This is 5D sales. What's true here? What's not true? Let's not be afraid of the truth. Let's embrace the truth. That's a container you're bringing into your sales all the time. What's the truth? And from that place, then, there's no need to resist the sense that, oh my God, well, I discovered some pain, you know, or digging around your energy and discovered some pain. So many practitioners I've met over the years and trained hundreds and even thousands of them, they say they avoid going to the uncomfortable places with clients a lot of times. Now, that may not be you, but I'm saying many people I've heard say they avoid going to those places because they don't want to upset the client. Like, oh, wow, we went to this deep trauma and everything, and then they started crying, especially in an initial connection with them. Let's keep it safe, more friendly. Hey, do you want to work with me? Hey, you know, like, no, I don't know. No, I don't want to spend money, you know. But more authentic, deeper. What really needs to be addressed for you? What's really true? Really coming from that deeper place. And when we do, then we can feel so good about making these sales and get on board with sales where before maybe you didn't feel as well about it. And realizing, you know, really, again, all this substance and all the supplies coming from source, you know, it's to really get in a real recognition of that. You're giving to yourself in the process, you know, and they're giving to themselves in the process. This other thing, this imaginary thing with money is a real thing, but it's sort of an imaginary thing, right? Oh yeah, there's this thing we made up called money. Okay, we're exchanging these dollars, but then we put attached energy to this money where we're like, oh my God, well, they're taking from their money. How ridiculous. What a concept that is. Their money, my money, your money, whose money? Whose money is it? From the deepest level of consciousness, whose money is it? It's sources. It's sources. So we dial in like the opportunity to have the energy exchange happen so that it benefits both parties. It's just an energetic exchange to benefit both parties. And I know you've heard that many times probably, but that's what it is. It's just an energetic dance. It's like, oh my God, you know, the 3D is so real. Oh my God, I'm investing this money, it's so real. It's my source is these dollars, these imaginary dollars that we've made up, right? No, it isn't. Oh, but there's real things that can happen, like real things. Well, if you say so, otherwise probably not so much, you know, probably not so much unless you say so. So you have to dial in your own consciousness around the giving and the receiving, that this is just an energetic dance that's deep and meaningful that you want to have with people, that you're willing to have this connection with people and to love them and to see them as who they really are and their depth, and know that you have something that of value to offer to them from your heart, and that you're all abuzz about, you know, something you want to bring in the world. And the right people will want that transformation, want that specific transformation or product or service or whatever may be the case. They want it so badly the people that are right for it, and as they say, leave the rest. I was just thinking about a product that I use myself, and I know some of the people listening might use the product too if I know who's here. But there's so many people I've shared the product to. I won't get into what it is right now. That doesn't matter right now. That are kind of like, yeah, I like it. I like give them a sample or something. Like, yeah, it's okay. I like it. But they don't want to purchase it. They don't want to get into it. And there's other people that are like, oh my God, like how fast can I get more of this product? And it is all good, right? It's like it's all good. It's like it doesn't matter that other people don't want it. It doesn't matter. Who are the people that do want it? Who's raising their hand? How will you know unless you come from 5D and beyond? It's just much more effective and efficient. Like, where are we focusing? I don't need to serve everybody in the world. I need to serve the people that I'm intuitively getting. I'm supposed to serve exactly these people. And that's where you focus. A lot of times what we forget and the impact we want to bring into the world, that greater impact, is it happens over a period of time, not just by you, but by other people and people you're activating. Like there's, again, people I've activated over the years with energy scan training and more, and then they've gone out to help people in similar ways. So my collective reach goes far beyond. That's why I talk about things about awakening millions and everything through the impact we can bring. Me, someone who has, cultivated a multi-six-figure business and been in the six figures and all that stuff, like, I've had a tremendous impact into the consciousness because not only of me, but all the students that have gone out and done great things with what I've shared. And then in an energetic level, there's other people rising up saying, yeah, I want to help healers too. Like when I was just focused on the healer, track, just say, oh, I help healers, quote unquote healers. Then now there's tons of people helping healers in all kinds of ways. And I was once some part of that, like bringing that to more people when there weren't so many people doing it. So we have tremendous impact we can bring when we listen authentically to what it is we're truly meant to be bringing into people's lives and staying focused squarely on where our real deepest value is to bring, not being so concerned like my brain would go to, why can't I create I would love to create a $10 million company or all this stuff. But it's just a concept. It's so 3D. It's so 4D. When we go to 5D, it's just like, what is my soul wanting to serve today? And that's where all the big impact and all the big money is too. For those of us that enjoy that energy dance, the money and love to experience the sense of abundance that comes through that energy dance, which is more of an energetic thing that just happens to turn into dollars. Okay, like these dollars that we play with. So anyway, I could go on and on about this stuff. Hopefully something I'm saying is resonating and helpful to you and ignite something inside of you. If you want to check out more and get more from me beyond today's Facebook Live, if you're not already with me, go to yoursacredpurpose.com as well and get the free Meditate Make Money meditation. And there's opportunities to connect with your tribe more, once you get to the other side of all that. So check that out once you get to the other side. And yeah, just dialing in what your truth is and what's real for you is important. So anyway, yoursacredpurpose.com, and also if you want a consultation with me, there's an application form there for that as well. All right. Okay, so let's get into doing the energy scanning for today. Hi, Lois. She says she's ignited. I love that. And Alex here. Hey, Alex, great to see you. Trust your truth, folks. That's one of my big messages today. Let's see if that wants to keep going on that thread. Let's tune into the group. Then we'll do individual ones. Guys, what's really hitting me is you have such a bigger splash that you're meant to make in the world. Like there's at least 2 or 3 of you here, particularly right now live, and then people listening later too. You just know, man, there's a bigger splash I'm meant to make in the world. Even if you've done, some great stuff already, you're like, there's more. I can feel it. And it's that energy that wants to be ignited and brought forth into the world is what you want to experience. It's not like, I am this 3D stick figure guy that's going to go out and now I'm doing these big things and now I'm a celebrity or now I'm doing all this big impact. See? That's not what it's about. It's not what your mind keeps telling you it's about. It's about just embodying all this incredible energy you feel every day at some level. Even when you suppress it, it's still there. Allowing it to be awakened and share it with the world, and being willing to be as enrolling as your energy wants to be from that place. Awakened sales, 5D sales, baby. Dialing it in, being like, yes, I'll have more. I'll have more. Yes, let's add some more to this feast. Because this is a feast. Remember, this feast is for everyone that on the planet. So when you're serving your tribe, it's for everyone on the planet at the same time. It's like in our little corner, we're having a feast for the world at the same time. When everybody comes into this consciousness, this is the healing consciousness that begins to awaken everybody more to the true nature of our lives. And so that is here, it's within, as we all know. But we need that constant reminder sometimes. Everything we're looking for is in here. And that we continue to miss that often. In business, it's easy because it seems like there's metrics, there's marketing, there's sales, there's things we got to get out there and get. And there's a sense of, there's definitely an interaction that's happening. But it's like, it's an interaction that's really happening internally, and you have to be making these moves in the 3D world, right? Oh, I kind of feel this energy to contact these people or to get interviewed more or to do my Facebook Lives or whatever it is. And then you're moving those directions and you're mixing up the energy, and then the tactics, strategies, and everything, they start to come to you. The more you work on yourself, the more you're in your divine download, the more the strategies come to you. You take some time to really, let it occur to you. And when it's just right, you'll know it. When it's just right, you'll know it. In the meantime, take some steps, because there's an energy dance happening. And just like any new dance you're trying to learn, you're not going to be perfect the first time. You're not going to have it right. You're not going to be in all the right steps. But as you continue to practice, the right steps come to you. So that's the best way I can kind of describe that to you. So Lois, thank you. I want to be a 4-figure invincible healer. Yes, there's an open house this weekend at the Healing Center where I work. I want to make the best of it. Yes. Just bring your full energy, your full presence into it. Yes. Once I prayed for anyone needing love to come in, I got 3 clients that day. That's right. Absolutely. We're getting that energy. Like those that are meant to serve today. Yes, I'm ready for you. My energy doors are open. I'm ready. I know this is about love. This isn't about, oh my God, I might not be worthy, or oh my God, like I'm gonna take advantage of somebody and have them give me their money, and then like I'm gonna give them this priceless service. Like everybody believes in our services mostly, but like it's not usually the biggest issue. When they're honest with themselves, their doubts always say, maybe I'm not good enough. Those people are better than me or whatever. But it's like, you have value to bring. It's a matter of just trusting it's enough. It's always enough. It's always enough value. There's enough value there always, because you emanate from the infinite. What wants to come through you is coming through the infinite. 5D, 4D, 3D, all of it. It's all valuable, whatever it is you're bringing. Okay. All right, so let me see. So the bigger splash, allow yourself to move from that energy of the bigger splash and start taking actions that feel right today to line up with that bigger splash on an energetic note. In other words, you might not be doing I imagine when I'm at that place, I'll be on every stage in the world doing keynotes and everything. That doesn't mean you start there necessarily. Maybe you do. But it means what feels like the exact right next step coming from that energy. Okay, one more thing for the group. See energy coming through the third eye. Just really harnessing your intuitive powers and gifts. Now, you've been in a cave for a long time with your intuitive gifts. Some of you are credible channels and mediums, and you see dead people and everything sometimes or whatever. But it's like then you act kind of like, yeah, I have these experiences, but I don't make too much of a big deal of it, right? And yet you could be utilizing these gifts in your life for your with your loved ones, and for those you're here to serve in the world beyond your own home, right? And just your friends and family, right? Like sometimes people feel comfortable there, but then we take you out broader in the world, and oh my God, if I said I was a medium, well, then what's gonna happen? Or I said I'm intuitive, or I'm actually a real intuitive person. Don't you need a lot of training? Don't you need? Well, I don't know. Not so much. Not so much. Not as much as you think. So, yeah, the training, like when I offer training on this stuff, it's because I can help you deepen your own focus and your own gift by just committing to it. That's like a 30 to 50% of it at least. The rest of it, yeah, I've got things to train you on that'll help you in the home which you already have. Just like any good coach will, any good trainer will, right? It'll help you harness what you already have. So, but I didn't get a trainer for my intuition. I didn't have someone so much on the outside ever in my life help me with it. And it didn't just come natural only, like I only just naturally was going around reading energy all over the place. I honed a practice and a way of doing it that worked for me. And then I found that by teaching it to others, it helped others. So what am I trying to say here? What am I saying? Is like, you can harness your own path, your own way. Maybe someone like me is going to be training you, in the future. That's great. It's helped a lot of people. But I'm saying, like, don't hold back on what you already have. Start claiming more of your intuitive gifts and insights now. Go to in those deeper waters. Do your meditation. That's why I got the Meditate Make Money free gift at yoursacredpurpose.com. That's why I offer it. I'm like, come on, let's go deeper. Finally stop, hodgepodging your meditation practice like a lot of you do. Start fully committing to it. Go deeper with your meditations and see what happens. The level of connection and peace that comes in and the new abundance that you can reap from that place is so deep, so rich and deep. So come out of the closet as an intuitive, psychic person that you are, as a 5D and beyond person that you already are, and come out of the box with it. Be willing to share with the world. So if we're all saying we want to live at 5D and beyond, that idea, right? It's like, then you better start acting like it. You better start acting like it. Do you want it? You want that? Then start acting like it. I just want to go to 5D. All right, then go to 5D. No one's stopping you. Okay, only you are stopping yourself. Oh my God, but I'll tap into my powers, and then people will judge me, and then they'll think I'm a witch, and then they'll burn me at the stake again. No, it's not happening. You already know that. Okay, I'm here to tell your subconscious mind what it already knows at some level. You're safe, you're whole, you're well, you're able to do this work now. All that, served a purpose. This idea, oh my God, you got these gifts. People might, we're kind of weary of these gifts because they could be used wrongly. In a way, not for the highest good. Okay, great. We understand that now. We've drilled that into the collective conscious. These gifts could be used in not great ways. Okay, great. But you know your heart. You know your heart. You know you're here to serve. So now's the time to trust it. Now's the time to trust all your capacities from 5D and beyond. Let them become more embodied and bring them forth into the world. Knowing it's fully safe to bring them in the highest and deepest level possible now, because we're ready for it. We're ready. Now is the time. As we do so, we light up those higher brain centers, the basal brain, the fear brain that, the mainstream media, politicians, companies that are very 3D, 4D still are marketing to, are always after. What we're doing, we light up the higher energy centers by being more 5D ourselves. So increasingly we're being drawn to entirely new bandwidth, a whole new bandwidth. It's interesting, the parallels, right? We had 3G, we had 4G, we have 5G now. Well, technology is trying to show, we're evolving, right? But there's an evolution that lives within inside of you that you can harness that's far more powerful than any technology on a physical level, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like, not a competition, but it's about like there's something deeper. And so I'm just pointing into it today. I'm here just to have you say yes. Okay, I'm willing to be out of the closet with more of the gifts that I have and share them with more people. Offer that healing to one of your clients. Hey, I'd like to do, I've been told I have a healing energy. I'm going to send you some healing energy right now. Tell that to a client, maybe where you haven't before. Hey, I'm going to do this channeling. I've never really done channeling before, but I've been told I'm a channel. I'm going to do a channeling for people. I would even do it on your own first, right? Do your own channeling. Trust your gifts. Whatever it is. You know what the thing is for you. Where's the lean in? Where's the lean in for you? Okay. Trust your power. Trust your ability to persuade people, perhaps, from this deeper presence. To trust that. Because they need some persuading. They need persuasion to go to their higher brain centers, right? To go into 5D and beyond. Hey, it feels good, this 5D stuff integrating with the 3D. This feels good. Come into it. Oh, it feels good, maybe. Oh, yeah. Then you give it, when you're coming from 5D and beyond and transmitting your energy, working with people, they feel that, are like, oh, yeah, I want that. And it brings them closer to you. And then they want to work with you. They want to hang out with you more. They want to help you. They want to be a part of whatever you're a part of. Because you're being a leader of the 5D leadership, right? All right. Okay, that seems like enough for the group. All right, so let's see what other messages we have. I always have two screens because not everything shows up right here right away. So if there's some energy scans that you guys would like, today, if there's a specific message you want, hey, I want a message for me specifically, put energy scan please in, and I'll just tune in. I mean, if you have a question, that's fine, but like, I just say energy scan please. I can do an individual one. Okay, I'm just seeing if there's any new messages. I don't see any new ones. So if you have a request for an energy scan, me just tuning in and channeling a message for you today, let me know. If not, that's okay too. We'll move on. Okay, Alex says every scan. Not energy scan. He wants every scan. Okay, I'm guessing you meant to say energy scan, but I think that's cool. Lois says, what would you charge to do a group coaching session online? Okay, we can get into that too. And then Alec laughs about the energy scan. Let me handle, should I handle that first? Lois? Alec first or Lois first? Okay, we'll start with Lois. Okay, so and then she wanted energy scan. So yeah, I'll do both for you. And then we'll go to Alec. Because I want to start with the question. So you could charge thousands of dollars for your session, or you could charge like nothing. I mean, there's no right price, but if you're saying like, hey, I'm doing like what, it kind of depends on so many different things. Julie too wants energy scan fun. Okay, so definitely. So what do you charge for group coaching? Well, I don't know. I wouldn't do a group coaching session as a standalone unless, for the most part, I wouldn't do it unless for like as a paid session as a standalone, because that's what it sounds like you're saying at least. I wouldn't do that unless you have a you go in with the idea of like what's the purpose of it, in the first place. Is it to get clients? Is it just goodwill? You just want to get practice doing group coaching? Is it both? What's your intention behind it? Lois says I can email her later if it's more appropriate. Okay, you do a group coaching session for a group of healers. Oh, okay, got it. Thanks, Lois. I didn't get that. Okay, yeah, thank you. That's good feedback. Yeah, I've got a group thing coming up, so attend my masterclass. That's for free, and then there's going to be some group sessions. But yeah, we can talk more about that later. All right, so let's go into the energy scans. I misread, didn't totally interpret that the way you intended. Okay, all right, so since I already started with Lois, let's do her energy scan first, then we can go to the rest. Okay, all right, so let's see, Lois. Okay, your heart is really, yeah, that heart is really ignited, Lois. So I feel like increase it, like you're a rocket about to just, and so like all the what they call it, like the fuselage or whatever, all the things that were kind of, keeping you where you were as you were getting ready to take off, they're ready to start breaking off and free, so you can really take off with your work as a spiritual healer, as an energy healer, and more. So that's one of the things I get right now. I feel that force coming through your heart and then through your crown center as well. So I'm just reflecting that to you. So the embodiment is going deeper then into your power center. Some of the wiggly energy too comes up in the sacral chakra. So in the sacral chakra, it's still kind of like, hey, can we just sit out another round or two? Like it still kind of wants to sit out, like, hey, hey, let me just hang out. Let me keep you in the studio just a little longer. Okay, I get it. I'm supposed to lead and teach, but I'll get there. No worries, I'll get there. Hey, just give me half a minute, And then when it comes to use that whole game with that, because holding up the rocket, getting it up there, getting propelled, or whatever, all that structure is helpful for a while, but at some point it's like, hey, why are we carrying that around still, right? So it's just like, okay, you don't need that anymore. And just finally letting go of that piece. So let's work with that energy a little bit, and let me tune into that a little bit more. Yeah, I see it as protection of the inner child that wants to play, wants to be loved, wants to be maybe even admired, and deeply appreciated. That there's a concern that won't happen. So it's like, let me just sit out, let me just sit out, let me just sit out. So So maybe this could be a mantra for you, maybe, I don't know. So it comes to me. Because there's going to be people that don't love us, so to speak, in terms of the way they show up, right? Everybody loves us at their core, I believe. But like, I love that you don't love me. It's a good one for everybody. I love that you're showing up as not loving me. I love that you're showing up as not loving me. Because when you love everything, especially the idea of people not enjoying your presence or whatever, what you're up to or who you believe you are, when you love it all, it just seems like it doesn't seem to crop up so much because there's not a lesson to be learned now, right? Like, you got it. You're meant to embrace and love everything. And now your brilliant inner child can come out and play in a big way. This is important for multiple of you that are listening, the same exact message. Yeah, and I'm getting that's what I'm to share with you for today. Send a little bit of energy on that for you and for others too. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay. So I'm grateful to share that with you, and then. All right, so let's go to Alec next. All right, so Lois, if there's something that resonated in there for you, feel free to let us know. Okay, Alec. Yeah, I mean, everything I just said about that inner child wanting to come out and play, I've been just feeling this entire time for you too, Alec. Just like the sense of disgust, like you're just so sick of everything. It's just like, no, like part of you just wants to just no to everything. That's the feeling I get, like, no, just no. I mean, yeah, you're here today, but like I'm just saying, like part of you just feels like no. Okay, let me tune into that a little bit. yeah, it's like in that root chakra, like, don't we have to follow the rules? Don't we have to get everything right? It doesn't have to be exactly right. And lots of anxiety with that. If I get it wrong, oh my God, you know, like that getting hurt, like being abused, punished, energy comes up. Yeah. Might be damned for that then, you know. And again, I just see like the energy is really saying, let's really ground. Let's just keep really grounding. Let's see if there's something specific on that for you. Yeah, I think the first level is the same I've said before. Get on that earth, like no matter what the weather, get your hands on the earth. Get on your hands and knees maybe. Get on the earth. Feel your belly with the earth belly. Put your whole body on the ground. Like just really getting with the earth. Surrendering into the earth. Like I don't need anything. I don't want to be with anything. I just want to be with the earth. Oh, we got things to do. We want to go make sales. We want to go, you know, do this thing or that. Maybe we do this. No, just be with the earth. Just be with the earth. Okay. So by doing this, you know, by really embodying the earth, like even in meditation, again, like bringing the earth energy into your meditation, into your chakras, you know, I know you, Alec. If you need more instruction, let me know. But I think you basically understand how to do these sort of things. By doing that, you'll have a more stable energy, and you'll have wisdom about what wants to happen in your life. Some of these big question marks you have about life will start to loosen, and you'll have a clarity about what you feel is true. What are the here's a good one for everybody. It's sort of a coaching point coming off the scanning. What are the things that feel sort of virtually irreducibly true to you? What's the irreducible truth? I guess everything can be questioned, right? Anything could be questioned, but what seem to be the most irreducible truths you could come to for you in your life? What are those things? And first, you let go of everything. For you, you know, first get into the earth. First, let go of everything. Then increasingly, just keep asking, what are the irreducible truths for me in my life, on my path, and for the work I'm here to do? What are the irreducible truths? And as those get clearer, you'll understand like how your life wants to operate and what wants to happen on every level. I'm getting like, be gentle with yourself. Let the process take the time it takes. Rather than, you know, like the old energy is, let's run, let's go as fast as possible and crush it all and make it happen. Now it's like, no. The slower the better. And that doesn't mean it has to take a long, long time. This means that's the orientation. Okay, that's all I have time to share for today. It feels relatively complete. If there's anything you want to share more on that, Alec, let me know. Let's see. Julie, all right. So Julie, let's do it. Okay. Let's see what's there. I'm getting that mystic energy with you. You were the one I was talking about. You know that. Like, well, you're one of the people I was talking about earlier. You've got very strong intuitive psychic capacities, mystical capacities. Hold on. you have very strong, where you've been one of the things you've been very strong, the things you've been strong on are like, you've got incredible energy and you've got such a strong heart, and, you're the master of smiling and, bringing great energy and generosity. And there's a lot that you've learned, a lot that's been given to you around in the motivational personal development area. I know you're very spiritual too, of course, but like a lot of like dominion energy, like make it happen. We take dominion, then it happens. Yet you're all about the heart space. So again, like the rocket ship sort of analogy keeps coming to me here too. Like as you kind of get like, to that the energy, some of the things you've been dealing with, like it's inviting you to continue into the softening within, so that you can connect more with your 5D self, so to speak, your higher dimensional self, your higher self, or whatever words you want to use. And then letting, again, this 5D leadership to lead the way for you, Julie, like really downloading more of what wants to happen. More. It doesn't mean you're not doing any of it. It's just more. Letting that govern the way more. That, you're an intuitive, you're an energy healer. You've got all those gifts and capacities. What steps could you take to allow more of that to show up in your life and maybe in your business too? And whatever, there's clients you have that are really close to you, for example. What if you were to bring, when it's appropriate, healing touch to them, or energy, sending them energy more? And maybe you already do that, but are you telling them? Are you doing it in a session sometimes? Taking those times to do these, to really lead again from that higher dimensional energy. And that too will draw up, again, let that aspect draw up these next level plans for your work in the world. Otherwise, it's more our brain and our 4D energy, again, more of a willpower. We will have dominion. It seems like the idea is this. We will take dominion and we will make it happen. And you have so much feminine energy. You've got such amazing butterfly energy, hummingbird energy. So more of this higher dimensional energy is going to bring, I believe as well, for you and others that I know, are going to bring more healing to your emotional body, your physical body, and more. I'm hearing that there's a desire for practical guidance, like more practical now. See, I can offer one or two things real quick. Well, you're very clairvoyant. You can be very clairvoyant at times. So maybe you're just sitting in meditation, getting outside on that deck, there by the lake, even now, or at least inside looking out at the lake or something. But like just getting that connected energy, feel your grounding through your root chakra, just a grounding energy. And then calling in, just relaxing to allow your clairvoyance to kind of speak to you. And show you images and pictures, like a movie of what's wanting to unfold, to get still and allow that to come in. So that even is just one suggestion, can help support things as well. So that's more practical. All right, I got to move on, but I was grateful to share with you, Julie. You can feel free to share anything from that if you want or not. And then let's see, let me refresh my screen over here. See if I make sure I've been seeing all the comments. Then I'm going to need to wrap it up soon here. Okay. All right, great. So again, I'm going to put in the link to that masterclass. Guys, I've got a 3-hour masterclass coming up for free next week. Woohoo! December 14th. Check it out. All the details are at that link I put in there. to allow yourself to understand how you could utilize and learn and utilize intuitive energy scanning to gain new high-end clients, to attract, to serve, and to enroll them. So come to the masterclass for free, and where I can share more with you. Okay, I don't have a chance to do a number of channeled messages today. Instead, we'll do a channeled prayer today. I've been kind of channeling anyway already. So, all right, so let's just take that nice deep breath then. In through your nose, up through your crown chakra, up through your higher self, up to love, light source, energy, up into the all in all. And as you exhale through your mouth, let this energy come back down through your higher self, down through your crown chakra, down through all your chakras, through your physical body, through your work field, down through your feet, down through your root chakra, down to the core of the earth. So I speak these words in the I am right here and right now. For everyone listening to my voice, I recognize God, love, life source, spirit is all there is. I'm grateful that life is here to provide me with more joyful, triumphant opportunities to experience healing and wholeness and wellness in my life. And I'm grateful to allow them in my body and my emotional body and every aspect and every fiber of my being right now. And from that place, I feel incredible joy, and I feel a new alignment in the structures of support in my body and being and in my life, knowing that the support that's needed is here energetically already, and I'm letting it into my body and my energy body and my physical body in every aspect of my life, allowing it to propel my life. And from that place, I can easily nail any details of my life that I may be concerned about right now, my relationships, my business, my health, and my finances, etc. And knowing that I'm coming from that incredible flow and connection, and knowing that it's manifesting all the good, and I'm following through on what I know to be true for my life irreducibly right now, and taking the next steps to rocket to Tarago 5D sales, and to allow my 5D self to come into full integration and fulfillment. And I'm taking the next steps to allow that to be so, and have an incredible new splash in the world with my energy, with what I'm up to next. So as I let it be so, I let it be done, let it be accomplished. Thank you, God, and so it is. Okay, all right. Well, great. Awesome being with you all. Julie says she'll reflect on the words. Thanks so much for that. And just grateful to be with you. I look forward to being with you again on the next Facebook Live next Monday at 3 p.m. Central. All right. In the meantime, come join me on the masterclass. I put in the link. I'll see you there. Okay. Lots of love. Goodbye for now.